What's up, beautiful Aquarius friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all the Aqua babes in the house. Let's do your monthly April tarot. This is going to be, the beginning half is going to be for love and relationships. The second half will be career and finances. Yeah, welcome. First one of the day, getting all settled in here. So as always here on YouTube, general messages is what I'm throwing at you guys. That means not everything I say will resonate. It's up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. I ask that you only take away the messages that resonate with you, that serve you in some capacity, motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you wanted to hear, or the opposite, illuminates you to something new that perhaps you didn't see before. I come at these messages with love and positivity, so I ask that that is what you take away here today. Despite what is going on globally, there's lots of anarchy and chaos. I do hope this video finds you well and that you are being safe and taking care of yourself. That should be priority number one. But yeah, if you're quarantined and looking for some entertainment, tarot videos, am I right? Let's do it. Let's see what the universe has in store for you. Bam! Chicka bam! I love that. Queen of Wands. You're magic. You're magic, Aquarius. All right. What else do you need to know? Everything's in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. Check that out if you're interested. Also, don't take messages that don't resonate with you. That's kind of basic, right? If it feels strange and foreign, have faith that that's a message for someone else, in which case you can drop it like it's hot. All right. So, looking at your person in love. Let's take a peek at your person in love. All right. So you have a lot of people coming up. You have the Emperor, you have the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So I love that. That's coming up in, like, the card representing their energy right now is fortuitous, fortune. It's a Jupiter energy, so it's expanding, it's growth, it's good luck, it's divinely guided, it's destiny. I like this. It's like they're not resisting change. They're understanding that, be it what's going on globally or with their career or with their relationships, they understand that the wheels are turning, there's progress being made, and while there may be uncertainty in what's to come, they're just rolling with it. Like, something about this guy, he's just kind of like, he's like, what is the word? Like, just rolling with it, but there's something about when obstacles are met, they're just kind of like deflecting them in like a very like easy come, easy go type of way. It's embracing change. It's welcoming it. It's the opposite of resistance. It's very much like, okay, I got this. I'm going to stand tall. I'm going to stand strong. Like, whatever you throw at me, like, all right, I got it. There's such like a sense of faith in the universe with this Wheel of Fortune coming up. Your person is very aware that there's no point in fighting it. And so they're going to embrace it. They're going to roll with it. But they have this strong mindset of like, whatever you throw at me, I'm going to end up on top. So like, bring it on. But it's very confident. It's not necessarily cocky, and it's not necessarily like argumentative. It's chill. It's very chill. I'm wondering if you're dealing with another air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be. So in their mental sector, they're probably thinking about their job, where they stand with their boss, where they stand with their career. You know what's interesting? When I first started this reading, this is a card of Jupiter, sometimes Sagittarius. I was sort of getting like a Sagittarian vibe of whatever happens, I will make the best of it. And something about that just felt so like Sagittarius, like taking aim, and like you see something about like even if you release the arrow and it misses, I got another one here, so it's fine. I'll take aim again. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, and I'm not necessarily predicting this, right? But because this is a love spread, I'm not even really diving into career. There may be an aspect of your person that is worried about the security and the safety of their job. So rather than having like this insane, like kind of like control issues about, oh my God, it's the complete opposite. They're just like, it's out of my hands. Like, I'm working from home. If they let me go, they let me go. But like, I got good things coming in. They are vibing high. I really like your person. Because they're very wise. They're very in tune with like their spirituality or, God, universe, whatever they believe in. They do firmly believe, and not even believe, they know that they have other powers that be looking out for them, looking out for their best interest. And maybe that has to do with like their family. Maybe they have a great security net of a family or a sibling or whatever. They're not so much worried about the materialism aspects of it. They're worried. They're not even worried, but their matters of concern have to do with taking care of the people in their life and serving as a solid foundation or structure for the people that need them. Very much kind of like, it is very masculine energy, but the Aries card can be a card of like fatherhood. So in metaphor, whether this is a male or female you're looking at, they definitely have this like, I am the head of the household and I'm going to take care of my people vibe. They're trying to spread their outlook of optimism to those around them. But yeah, they're also trying to serve as like a support system, someone that others around can like lean on for mental, emotional, even like spiritual support. So then in their heart space, they have the Knight of Swords. So if you're not already communicating with this person, I would say you're gonna be. The Knight of Swords is, okay, so the Knight of Swords is a card of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's headed right towards this Emperor card. So this could be someone you work with, though I don't think that's for most of you. But I would say that in Aries season, if this card is a timestamp, they're rushing in with communication. So I actually think this person is going to be quite active in terms of messaging with, I'm hoping it's with you, right? They're definitely active in terms of like vocalizing stuff and shooting off texts and making phone calls. There's lots of communication. There's lots of messages going around. I will also say that they may have a person in their life. It could be a child. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be and I mean, it could be a romantic suitor, though I don't necessarily think it is. Hold out. There's someone in their life who is very anxious, has lots of anxiety, and like this whole chaos of, take these precautions and do that. This person is like spinning out. Their head is just like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like, what if this happens? They're like absolutely preparing for the apocalypse, this person around your main person. And what I'm getting at though is this represents that other, I do want to say it's like a family member. It could be like their parent, if they have like an older, well, whatever. It doesn't matter who it is. Someone in their family though is what I'm getting. They're rushing in like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And like your Emperor's just like, it's fine. We're all good. What are you worrying about? Like their energy is very cool. It's very chill. They see the larger picture. That's what I mean. They offer like healing and calming vibes to those around them. Particularly, yes, someone who's a little bit immature. It could be maybe like and I'm not saying this like all around, but it could be a Gemini in their life who's kind of scatterbrained right now and doesn't really know how to deal. So in their heart space, they're trying to take care of that person who's very, I do kind of want to say a little bit needy, like emotionally they're needy right now because their thoughts and their mind are like creating these like elaborate constructions of what's going to happen and this and that, but it's not necessarily logic. It's just kind of like, yeah, they need to be like put at ease. They need their mind to be put at ease. So in the action they're taking, they have the King of Swords. So not the most warm king, but this is actually your card, Aquarius. So I do like that. But he is the master communicator. He's not overly chatty. He's not necessarily like, sending out hundreds of messages a day. Like he's precise with his words, but when he says something, he means it. So I mean, you have multiple cards of communication coming in. I think mentally, if this is a romantic suitor and you're already involved and you're sort of wondering where they stand, with the Emperor, he appears very stern, right? It's all about kind of control and like this very dominant masculine energy. He's got his battle armor on. So yeah, there's like a coldness there. But you have to remember he's a fire king. So underneath all of that, there's extreme passion, right? There's extreme warmth. It's like you just kind of got to peel back the layers to see the real person there. I think they're dealing with this whole situation in a very matter-of-fact way. So it's almost like a chain reaction of they have to deal with the priorities first. And especially if they're at home with their family right now, that obviously is going to take precedent. But yeah, I mean, if they are looking for a relationship, particularly if this is a male, like a double, like a masculine relationship, I do think they're going to be communicating. It's not warm and fuzzy, but let's throw something on that. But yeah, if they're looking at you, again, male or female, as the Queen of Wands, that's sort of how you presented bottom of the deck, they definitely have their eye on you. It's almost like they had to put you on pause for a second, not because I really don't get that they have romantic suitors. Like otherwise, I'm just not getting that vibe. They almost had to put you on pause or on the back burner because they had some like important family or maybe career stuff to deal with. But they're definitely thinking about circling back to you, and so I do think in Aries season you are going to be hearing from them. What shall we throw on it? Let's use this new deck. It's called Star Spinner Tarot. Look how pretty. All right, tell me about this King of Swords and actions they're going to take. For Aquarius's person, and I mean, I like that you're showing up in their action, essentially. King of Swords is your energy, so they're absolutely thinking about you. I can tell you that. But the king does sit on a throne. So again, with that, it's communication, but it's not like, you're my person and I love you. It's maybe shooting off some friendly messages, right? Yeah, the Hierophant. Okay, so I think they're committed to and this is a card of Taurus, by the way, so you might be dealing with a Taurus. I think they're but it's also a card of the family. So that's what I think. I think they're committed to making sure their family is set to go. And just realistically, if you're not living with this person, then yeah, it's like dating for everybody right now is kind of put on the back burner aside from messaging and communicating, via technology or whatever, which I absolutely think that's in the cards for you. If you guys have been dating for a while but are separated, there may be some talk of moving in together eventually, like combining houses or combining keys or something like that. But even though I actually love this, if you look at this card, he's kind of like this cool Zen hippie hierophant. I'm into this, and even the way his hands are, it kind of looks like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, how's it going, Aquarius? I think they're going to reach out and just be real mellow, real chill. They're going to act as if they haven't really been thinking about you too much, sort of in a way to play it cool. It's not so much an ego thing. It's more just that this person isn't the type of person who wears their heart on their sleeve and tells you everything they're thinking and feeling. Like, no, they play it real cool, right? The Ice King is coming up, right? So, but are they thinking about you? Yeah. And that's what I love. It's like the dynamic of, this could be sort of read as a little bit chilly or distant, but then when it comes up with the Hierophant, like just the colors alone, it's warm, it's blue, it's like, I'm into this. I think it's really cute. So I think you're going to be hearing from them. All right, so then let's see what the universe wants you to know about this person. So your energy, yeah, this is like a wink from the universe, like it's in the bag. It's a card of victory. Like marching triumphantly through the parade because you've overcome some obstacle, and it's like all eyes are on you. All eyes are kind of looking up to you, and what's a good word for it? You're like leading the charge. People are inspired by you. So that's sort of what I think this person looks at you as. I think this person sees you as you're like a real hot ticket. They watch you from afar, maybe on social media, and they're like, damn, Aquarius, what you got going on? Yeah, they like you. They see you above the rest. You stand out from the crowd. I think that's sort of what this message is saying. So then mentally, what does you guys, I love it. Mentally, it's like sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops, and babies riding on horses. Are you guys thinking about having babies with this person? Actually, this does speak to me about now is like a huge time for creativity. And I mean, sort of, maybe that has to do with work, doing projects with your children or something like that. But something about oil painting, if you're into painting or arts or anything like that, now's a really good time to bust out all those creative projects, because it's going to be good for your soul. It's going to be good for your energy. And actually, something about your artistic skills is something this person really admires. And they may be an art teacher or an art professor, or that there may be some sort of field of study specifically in art that they want to learn about. And so that actually could increase not impact, advance, the word is not coming to me. They're going to look to you as someone who could potentially teach them something about your artwork or your artistic endeavor, or your creative projects. And maybe this is like a potential business candidate. Maybe they want to buy a piece of art off of you or something like that. But yeah, it's saying like you need to focus on your creative projects, because yeah, there's something about like your free spirit is what it fills their cup. It makes them feel alive to see how like creative and artistic you are. Something about like 60s music, flower crowns, like flowers in her hair. I'm hearing that song, I Love the Flower Girl. Yeah, and even this too. I don't know why these cards are like bringing me back to like 1960. Was that so maybe that's when you guys met. I mean, they're all different age groups watching this, right? I feel like I always kind of get like a rough range of people, like, 20s to late 30s. But yeah, I mean, maybe you guys had been together for a while, or maybe this is someone you met way back when and they're circling back into your life. Particularly if you guys message on Facebook or some sort of like social media app that you don't really see each other in person a lot. Yeah, actually, this could be someone you met decades ago. With the Wheel of Fortune coming up, it's all about timing and divine fate and divine destiny. Very much something about an Aries or a Leo, a fire. Actually, you have a lot of fire signs. You always get the fire signs, Aquarius, don't you? An Aries, Leo, or a Sag from your past. Yeah, they may be coming in to be like, what's up? I like your paintings. I saw that painting you posted on Facebook. Very cool. Like, it's something like that. This is actually a really cute reading. I'm into it. What else? Tell me about this sun. Did you guys listen to the Beatles a lot together? Sunflowers. Are sunflowers significant? Is that your favorite flower? Is that a painting you're doing? Aquarius, you seeing the Lover's card right there? And also, like, the fact that it's shown in like stone statues, history. You guys have a history together. So this actually doesn't feel brand new to me. This honestly could be a couple who's been together for like 30 years. Or the opposite, friends who've known each other throughout the years, and then maybe there's some sort of spark or romantic feelings, but I don't even think it has to be that. This could just be like a really warm connection that like reignites with someone you've known for years, and it doesn't have to be sexual or romantic. It just like a beautiful friendship coming in. I mean, there's something very innocent about the sun, right? It's shown with like a child. But then it becomes less innocent when you introduce that. So maybe you guys are going to have a child together. I don't know. I don't know what age group I'm reading for. Whatever. These are general messages. I'm getting like hit over the head with like metaphors from the 60s. Woodstock. Did you guys attend Woodstock? That's awesome. Did you get to see Jimi Hendrix? I don't know. I don't know why that's coming through. Could also be dealing with a Capricorn. Or yeah, again, a Gemini. A lot of signs are coming up. And even if you guys don't have a huge history together, I am getting, this could also be like, depending on what your belief system is, a relationship that has, what is the word? Like you've met this person before in other lifetimes. It's like you were destined to meet again in this lifetime. And it feels like, yeah, they're coming in an Aries season. If you don't know them, this person may like to ride horses. You have a lot of like horses going on here with the Knight and the Six of Wands and the baby here. Horseback riding, is that something you guys did together? I'm getting like hippie communes and like, I just watched Easy Rider. Now I'm thinking about that movie. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, mentally, be creative. Mentally, I think you're going to be reminiscing on beautiful times in the past, because that's sort of where the rabbit hole I just went down under. You think about when you were kids versus where you're at now, and there's something about it's cemented in stone. It's, is it immortalized, or what is that term? Something about like Grauman's Chinese theater, the handprints in Hollywood. It's something about it's been memorialized for ages. So you guys may have like, I don't know if you did something silly like, blood brothers when you were kids, or something about like your friendship is set in stone, or there's some like memory or like a trinket, like a necklace, or I don't know, maybe you got tattoos together. There's something about like, you're my ride or die, even though this, I don't know if this, it feels like it was romantic briefly, but then you decided to call it as friends. That seems to be coming back here again. This is such a cute message though, I'm into it. All right, so emotionally, what is the universe wanting to tell you about this? Hey mama, what's up? Did they call you mama? So you got the Empress. That is Taurus and Libra energy. Oh gosh, you guys have a divine pairing, and you have the Lover's card. So cute. So yeah, the Empress is the queen, or the sort of the queen of creativity. She's the Empress, right? She builds the empire. She's very financially savvy and career oriented, but she's also Mother Earth. She's Mother Nature. Again, all these like hippie metaphors, the age of Aquarius, like being good to the planet, right? It's sort of a renaissance of creativity right now in your life. And that may include people from the past that maybe you haven't seen in a while or communicated with, but this person really respects you. They hold you in very high regard, and they admire your ability to love very freely and very openly. They love how, like, something about you treating animals very well, or you treating the planet very well. You're like a humanitarian, and that person loves this about you. Something about the growing of the crops. I don't know if this is a really random message. I know it's not going to be for all of you. And actually, I said something similar to Capricorn. You may have found out that you had conceived a child with this person years back. And I mean, this has nothing to do with my views on anything. I just am delivering the message as is. You may have chosen not to go through with that pregnancy. And so maybe that's why you do think back to this person as, like the one that could have been with the child, right? There is actually something about pregnancy here. So maybe you guys have a child together, or maybe you talked about it, or maybe for a while it was a possibility, but it never happened, or there is something about the mother and the father here coming up. You could have introduced this person to your mother or your father back in the day. And it's funny when you get together with your mom, or particularly your mother, or maybe your dad, they're like, oh, like, how's Johnny doing? And you're just like, Mom, that's not like a thing. But it kind of is. What I'm trying to say is your parent liked them a lot. If you ever introduce this person to your parents, there was something, at least, okay, I'll say this. There was something very memorable about them to your parents, where every now and then they're brought up in conversation at, like, the Thanksgiving dinner table. And so, okay, it may not have even been that your parents liked them, but they were memorable. Because it definitely could be that thing where your parents harassed, like, oh my God, remember the year you brought so-and-so home? But the thing is, it is kind of a funny memory. It's not like your parents would have hated them or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, there's great love. And again, a card of huge creativity, right? There's something inside of her that she births out into the world. So whether that's literally a baby, or in metaphor, some sort of burst of creativity and project that you're supposed to get up and out to the world. Something about your art does something really good for the world. People look at what you create and they are flabbergasted. They are astounded. They are in awe. They admire and respect what you do. And I keep wanting to say humanitarian. It's very... What you do, it's very like eco-friendly or something like that. All right, so action that the universe wants you to take on this. The king of love. All right, I like it. Again, same-sex couples is coming up here a lot, so very interesting if that means anything to anyone. Yeah, you got two kings. It's funny sometimes when that happens, I'm apt to say, oh, are there multiple parties involved here? I don't think that's it. I think there's going to be a commitment with maybe you and a water sign. Sometimes the Hierophant can be a card of marriage, or, as I said, moving in together with the keys, right? The keys to the spirit door of spirituality. But it's sort of how this looks on my table here. It's like what's between the two kings, the two parties, right? Male or female, you don't have to worry about the gender, is commitment, is marriage. So as I said, even if this is just a friendship that's lasted throughout the years, it's between you and air sign Aquarius, and maybe another air sign. It could also be another water sign. It's like these, like, blood brothers. As I said before, there's something very symbolic about that term. That could have even been like the name of like a band that you guys formed in high school, the Blood Brothers, or I just heard the Allman Brothers. Again, all these like retro. That was the Allman Brothers the 60s or the 70s? I don't really know. Ramblin' Man, is that the Allman Brothers? Anyway, there's something definitely dated or very significant about that time period. Maybe that, like, for those involved in music and creativity, maybe you studied that period of time, specifically like the art or the pop culture around like the 60s or the 70s. I don't know why that time period is coming up, but I love it. I'm into it. I think it's real cool. The action you're taking is, opening your cup up to this person, opening your heart up, being willing to accept love, right? But the kings, it's like they're high up there, right? There's a commanding presence here, and like they have their shit together. So I really like this. I think it's really cool. All right, that's sort of what I got for love. I guess let's throw some romance angels on it. It's kind of so beautiful. I don't even know if we need to, though. You literally don't have a bad card here. Other than the one that gives me a little bit of pause is this Knight of Swords, but I wasn't getting that was either of you. Other than maybe you messaging them a lot, but I don't even think that's it. I think they're surrounded by someone who's, again, nervous, riddled with anxiety, but it's almost like that's the person they need to, like, take care of before they can move in to focus more on you. Is there a romance angel that wants to go with this? Wedding. The situation involves marriage. Aquarius. This makes my heart so happy. All right, so you win the love reading prize because you got the best one. That's awesome, Aquarius. Good for you. All right, let's move on to career and finances. Dun, 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 dun. All right, what do my Aquarians, my beautiful Aquarians, need to know about career and finances? Lord help us, right? I'm always nervous to do these right now just because of what's going on. There's so much uncertainty, but let's see what the universe wants Aquarius to know about their career, about finances, about jobs, messages for their best and highest good, please. Messages that are important for them to hear at this time, roughly for the month of April for my Aquarians. All right, let's do it, guys. So we're going to take 4 cards for Aquarius, career, money, and finances. Aquarius, career, money, and finances. Oh, there's the Tower. All right, hang tight. One more card, career, money, and finances. Career, money, and finances. All right. All right, bottom of your deck is options. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't be afraid to go explore new territory. Yeah, there's going to be travel involved, and if it's not literal travel, it's expanding out of your current mindset. Again, that Jupiter energy with the Wheel of Fortune. There's expansion going on in your life. So do keep in mind that you don't know everything yet. You don't know all the answers. All right, so I'm going to call it like I see it, because if any sign can take it, Aquarius, it's you. Your current energy regarding career and finances is, oh, fuck, right? The 3 of Cups. Things have spilled. Things have gotten a little bit messy. Now, I will say with this, any fives in tarot are, agents of change and chaos, right? There's things that you're being tested, you're being challenged, and emotionally, you're asking to disconnect from things that disappoint you and focus on the good. With this, there's like a lack state. There's a little bit of like, I don't want to say woe is me, because that sounds really harsh, especially for what's going on right now. Like, it's out of your control. You probably didn't see it coming, right? But it's like, oh, well, shit, that kind of sucks. But you don't need to be all worried about that, because there's other opportunities that are more in alignment for you, but it's all about like crossing that bridge to see things from a higher vibration, a more optimistic outlook. Something about you, what is that expression? You can't see the forest from the trees. You need to like look above. You need to zoom out, the point of view on if you were to, ascend and go to that bridge versus like the valley. This is all in metaphor, but maybe that means something to you. Do you live in San Francisco? I don't know. Being on that bridge, you're going to see things from higher and be like, oh, that's a better option for me. That's a better direction. In metaphor, you got to raise your vibration, because your emotions are what's weighing you down right now. So your challenge or focus is, there's a lot going on here, right? The Tower card, let's clarify that. The Tower card can occasionally mean like a loss in finances, a loss in career, a loss in a job. I don't think this would shock you. I don't think it would come out of completely nowhere, because Aquarius, you are very in tune with the universe, with your spirituality, with your intuition. So I think you would have been sensing this. So, maybe this is confirming something you were already feeling, but why is the Tower coming up as Aquarian's challenge or focus? Why is the Tower coming up? This could also have to do with having to nurture and guide those around you who are really going through it. Yeah, people are looking to you for your wisdom and guidance right now. So even if you didn't lose a job, or even if you are feeling kind of chill and mellow, you may be surrounded by people, particularly water signs, who are extremely like heavy-hearted right now, and you're sort of having to catch their fall, because you anticipate that they're having a panic attack, or they're, again, just riddled with anxiety, and I'm kind of getting like mama bear mode, where you just kind of have to like pull them up beside you and be like, it's okay, it's going to be all right, we're going to get through this. So it's almost like the people in your life are experiencing a Tower, and that emotionally is taking its toll on you. It's starting to cloud your own judgment. So make sure that you're able to separate yourself from their energy versus yours, particularly if you have strong water in your chart. You may be absorbing their energy and not even realizing it. And so for a whole week, you may be feeling great, and then you wake up the next day and you're just kind of like, why do I feel all like weird inside and like kind of depressed? And it might be because you're absorbing the energies around you. So, social distance, right? But if you're with your family, it might be like solid for you to go out and just take a walk in the woods for an hour and then come back, because it's like you're going to need to hit reset so you don't start, again, taking on the energy of those around you. Yeah, I got to be honest, the Tower is coming up in the challenge or focus for the month of April. Clarifying it is the Emperor, so that is the card of career. It's a card of Aries as well. You had the Emperor come up twice. And then you also have the Queen of Wands. Again, that is is this the King or the Queen? Hold on, I got to look at the deck, because the only difference is the crown. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Page. Okay, this is the King. So, and then you have the King of Wands. So that's a card of Leo. Yeah, I mean, wands can be our career, our spirituality, and our creativity. So two things here. Again, I'm going to call it like I see it. If it's not your message, don't take it. Use this as empowerment. Don't use it to go into like this fear-based state of mind. You might be released from a job. It's very possible. These are very heavy-hitting cards in terms of your career and finance and the underlying energy, like the Tower, right? The shitstorm, the chaos, the, oh my God, what's going on? With that, though, there's going to be a sudden burst or jolt or epiphany regarding creativity, fire, moving towards something you're more passionate about, or someone you have feelings for. Particularly if you're dealing with an Aries and this whole like adorable romantic spread, that may be like a burst of passion. The Tower isn't always a bad card, right? Particularly in Scorpio readings, it's intensity, right? You may have very strong intensity for a fire sign in your life, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in which case you might be sad that you don't get to see them. If that makes sense, like the Two of Cups is what you want, but you're surrounded by your family who are just like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, I am getting, there's a lot of like, I don't think they're malicious, but kind of like energy vampires, and that you're having to cater to a lot of people who are really like, all up in their feels. And that's sort of what I'm saying. It might be good to separate yourself from all those different energies that you're kind of having to mama bear and go off exploring just in the woods for an hour, go on a bike ride, do something safe where you're not putting anyone in danger. But you kind of need to separate yourself from the pack a little bit, because again, like you're being eclipsed here by their light. They're almost bringing out your shadow side. They're bringing out this more, this sadness or this heavy-heartedness, this depression. It's being extracted around. It's being extracted from you by those around who are like, yeah, they're just vibing kind of low. So again, you need to recharge your battery. You need to hang out with a fire sign, or at least message with one. Yeah, actually, she's writing, right? Actually, I like this. Communicating with a fire sign. It's going to bring you out of this like shitstorm. If that makes sense, there's something about the tough love that you provide to those around you of like, all right, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, guys. We got this. You can only do that for so long before it starts taking a toll on you. And it seems like there's a fire sign. You have another divine pairing, actually. Again, same-sex couples are coming up in this spread a lot. I lost my train of thought. Okay, you can only do that for so long and be like the nurturer. It seems like there's a fire sign in your life that you lean on for support that is very much going to give you necessary tough love. Like, all right, Aquarius, we got this, especially if you lost your job. And I'm not necessarily predicting that, right? Like, but if that's the case, there's an emperor that's going to be like, nope, we're not going to do this woe is me thing. We're going to get right back out there and put out the resume, and we're going to get through this. You may even be seeing like it could even be like a life coach or a mentor or a business coach or something like that. It could be your trainer at the gym. Whoever it is, they help set your head straight. They help to eclipse the crazy stuff going on. They're just like, nope, let's focus, like, let's get it done. They're almost like a drill sergeant, but I think that's what you need. You respond to sort of that tough love, no bullshit mentality. That's what this person provides to you. And it's almost like you're taking notes. It's like you're writing down the wisdom and knowledge they pass on as like a daily reminder. Yeah, you may even have some sort of journal that you write like quotes in that you like, or something like phrases and sentences that really inspire you and motivate you. You know, you might be a creative writer of some kind. Keep doing that. It's going to help you get out of this headspace or this whatever, this shitstorm, right? So then the help available to you is, ooh, you got a seedling, you got a little idea, right? There's something that you could potentially capitalize on, especially if it does involve writing. Again, for you, going out into nature individually, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, it's just the one. Going out in nature by yourself, it's going to inspire you. Something about looking out over the mountains or looking over a body of water. I mean, I don't know where you live, depending on what season it is, working in a garden of some kind, or going to a flower, like a flower garden, or some sort of outdoor space that is very calm. There's very few people there. You can hear the birds chirping. You can feel the sun on your face. it revives your spirit, and it's actually a really good place for you to meditate, as well as connect with God, connect with, yeah, literally, that's almost like the same card to me. Go to the temple path. It's somewhere outside of your home. In fact, I'm going to keep that card. It may be a place that you, a Pisces introduced to you. I'm getting like hangman vibes, or okay, it's Neptune vibes. So yeah, it's something that makes you feel very like dreamy. When you go there, it breeds really great creative ideas and creative projects. You may actually go there to paint or to do something creative. You might read tarot cards there. It's like your little safe haven, your home away from home. It's like you're a nature child. You're a nature baby. You go there and you feel like you're with your people. Even though there's no people there. But this is so Aquarian. It's because your people are like the trees and the grass and the flowers, and I love it. I love this. It's a good spread. Attachment. Yeah, you need to detach from people who are. You're forced to put on a mask with certain people because you know that they so desperately need you to be the voice of reason. And again, it's like you're running on a treadmill and you're getting exhausted having to constantly build up the people around you. Like, we're going to get through this. We're going to be okay. And it's not necessarily that you're losing your hope or your faith. I don't think that's it, but it's something about the negativity. It's starting to rub off on you. And it's almost like you got to sage yourself. You got to do like a spiritual cleanse to like detox your body from being around all those energies. They're not all bad, but there's just, there could be a lot more positivity around you, and that's what nature offers to you. It's simple, it's there, it accepts what it is. Like, nature is never bitching and whining, right? So I think that's what you need. You need to go out and just be like, in a really like zen, cool, chill place. Some of you are wanting to practice lines of like a theater play or something like that. Something about like Shakespeare, or it doesn't have to be Shakespeare, but doing like a monologue or a verse of dialogue, or for my actors who want to be on stage. You may feel like you're trapped currently because all those types of like social activities are kind of like, put on pause because of this quarantine. You will get another chance to sing or act or dance again on stage or do something in the public forum. But it's saying take this time and utilize it, to your benefit. Write a play, write like a one-act play, actually. Commit to your craft in ways that you can, given the current situation. It's not the time to throw in the towel. But again, it's something about you're not allowing yourself to focus on your craft when you're surrounded by negativity. So a lot of you need to like remove yourself from your current space and go somewhere where you can be creative. Even if that just means sitting in your car for an hour and writing out a script, at least you're in your own little zone and it's like nothing can touch you there. Working with a Taurus, collaborating with a Taurus might be quite helpful to you. Or again, reaching out to that person in the past. It's calling me back to your love spread again. So if this card meant anything in particular to you, when you look at it, if that reminds you of a certain person, that person might be a good creative collaborator for you. They might run lines with you. Like, I don't know why I'm getting you images of you sitting in your car with like a notepad and a pen and calling someone up and like rehearsing lines or jokes. Are you like a stand-up comedian or something like that? Writing is very important for you right now. So then your final advice or guidance, damn, you got all the money in the world. You lead a very rich life. There are things and people in your life that you put tremendous value in, or you value very much, right? It doesn't have to be a materialistic thing, but you got a soul tribe, the family, the people that are surrounding you, they're very loyal and vice versa. That's the biggest thing you have going for you are the people right now. So it's almost understanding that you helping to get them through this time, it's almost like that's your purpose. Like God has selected you to, or whatever you believe in, God, universe, angels, whatever, has selected you, Aquarius, to be sort of the backbone of the family right now, to be that rock for people in their life. But know that the tables will turn, and eventually there will be a time where you don't feel like you have to do everything. Other people are going to step up and kind of do their chores to help the family, to help, it doesn't have to be literal family. It could be your group of friends, right? But it's something about everybody has a special purpose in this group, in this gathering, in this commune. I said that earlier, right? Everybody has a special purpose, and right now yours is to be like the spiritual leader, the one who leads the charge in terms of faith and spirituality, hope, guidance, wisdom. higher thinking. So yeah, know that down the road things will change, and it's like you're gonna get a chance to like take a break and sit on the bench and watch the game from the bench, so to say. But yeah, it's like I want to say keep putting in the fight. It's earth energy. It is going to change and progress slowly, but yeah, like the life you're building for yourself is absolutely incredible. Like you have your values in the right place. So yeah, know that reward is coming to you at the end of this in like a very unusual metaphor. It's like you're going to be rewarded for all your hard work and effort. Not only like in this lifetime, which I am getting, there's something about like godliness. You're promoted, kid. You get to be a god and a goddess now in your next lifetime, right? But something about there's reward in the distance, so keep fighting the fight. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel, particularly on artistic and creative things involving writing or even filmmaking, something about scripts or theater. There's reward in it down the line, and whether this is your soul tribe, your family by blood, or your family by choice, there's collaboration there. There's something really great that you guys could do together. It's even there's a random message about something in this time when all you're surrounded by is your family and they're driving you nuts. There's actually some sort of business you guys could develop together, even if it's not, insanely lucrative at first. It's something that could span generations, some sort of recipe or some sort of something about your family dynamic, or again, the friends group. There's something you guys could all make together and put out into the world that could potentially be lucrative down the road. So yeah, make sure you're staying loyal to your soul tribe, the people who've been there for you in the past, and vice versa. Again, there might be someone from the past coming back into your life that it's like it's like they were your soulmate on some level. There's very strong soulmate vibes in this read. So yeah, the beginning of April is going to be real weird, guys. So stay strong. Don't get out of that lack mentality and have faith that things are going to be really fucking awesome as you keep going through the year. But yeah, the beginning is a little bit frustrating. The beginning is a little bit hard. So don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Go to that person, especially a fire sign in your life that provides you warmth and stokes your fire, so that you have that energy to go out and be there for the rest of the people. All right, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if any of this resonates, and I will see you very soon for more tarot.